Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead. So this is going to be from the 17th to the 24th of February. 24th of February. Like the video and comment. If you want to book a personal, it's in the comment section or underneath the video. So there is face-to-face, there is audios, there is career, there's all different stuff. So like the video and comment. Right, okay, so I just like to see Gemini's comments, okay? So this week, I think you need to be aware of the people around you. So that was a strong message. So I feel like with the Five of Wands, this is people who are full of chaos. So for me, this would be that I'm staying in a place where there's a lot of building work. And so these are people who are naturally disruptive people. They're stealing your peace. They're basically creating chaos around you. That's just one example of what the Five of Wands can be. So the message for Gemini is there's something going on around you, an environment, a group of people, and these people are just ignorant, entitled, and they think you're there to accommodate them. So the Five of Wands is naturally people who you can see that the way that they're acting is causing disruption. This can be a chaotic environment, it can be nasty people, okay? I do think Geminis need to change their environment. For the Gemini woman, it's about the kind of man that you keep bringing in. So you keep bringing in the Five of Wands as like fuck boys. These are men who just compete with each other. They're not going to give you nothing good. You're being called to work on your solar plexus and work on your sacral. Okay? I'm not going to lie, Gemini, this week some of you are going to feel really uneasy. This can be extensive energy attacks as well. So this is people who are sending you like evil eye. Because the Five of Wands is energy, right? So just be aware, right? Okay, so the energy you're carrying this week is blocked. Some of you are tired. You're disorientated. You know you've got to make changes, but some of you, you're finding it difficult to make those changes, okay? The Queen of Cups. So this is being hypersensory and triggered, maybe coming from your emotions when it comes to the people around you. So be careful with that this week. Being too sensitive. I'm getting moodiness. For some Geminis, I'm getting that you've got like hormonal imbalance. You've got issues that you need to heal and work through. Some of you need to change the content you're consuming, what you're eating, the environment, the job. So I was talking to a friend about this and she's a Gemini and that's what she was saying. It's like, I said, why does Gemini's energy keep being the same? And she was like, because they're not changing nothing. You know? So it is true. Me too. Like it's we have to get to a place where it's just like it's on us, or like it's not easy though. I understand what some of you are going through. Like some Geminis are fucking exhausted. We've been relentlessly through the mill. But I'm saying we've got to take our power back no matter what our individual situation is. But it's getting plain rude now, like you're paying people to accommodate them. Like that's where we're at. Like, you know, it's getting kind of crazy now. But I was watching an interview before and that's what some man from America said. He said it's going to get dark. And I truly believe this. But some of you need to watch your thoughts. So the Ten of Swords reversed is watching how you're thinking and taking control of what you can take control of. If these people are all around you, it's a bit difficult to ignore it. So this can be people in the environment who are chaotic and noisy and irritating. It can be difficult to avoid it. But Geminis are being told that you need to take your triggers and think of a way how you can get out the situation. The Lovers. Okay. I am getting for some Geminis, like true love is in your life, but some of you're refusing it to end it with somebody who's just not a good match for you. I think honestly what I'm getting for Geminis is Geminis are quite chaotic people, but we need peace. You need to be around people you can trust. The reason we're in all the chaos we're in is because we're in dog shit environments, we're around the wrong people, we're in the wrong job, we're feeding the wrong people. I'm telling you, Geminis need peace. You need people you can trust. Right? You need to stop going for these bad boys, these fuck boys, these chaotic people. And you need to pick your battles. Sometimes an environment is just full of low lives. It's full of chaotic, messy ass people. And the best thing you can do is leave. you know? So I do think for Geminis, and I know this for myself, we have to take responsibility. But some of us, I think that darker side is coming out because it's like, why do I have to heal this when I wasn't the betrayer? You know? So some of years it's all to do with the hits, think of Donald Trump, all these people, but at the end of the day, this is the game, the times we find ourselves. We're in very dark times. But there is beauty. You know, I was out today and just everyone was in a good mood. Everyone was nice to each other today. Like, it was just a good day. There is hope, but I think it's really the energy that you're in. Like, some of you need to shift your energy. So you could be stewing in your emotions, or you could be stewing, brooding over people. You've got to understand that these are attention seekers. So the 5 of Wands are people who are attention seekers. They want your attention. They want to feast off your energy. So with Geminis this week, it's really going to be how much you can pull your focus into what is good for you. Some of you, I'm going to be honest, and I know this for myself, like, you're not making the best choices. Now, I'm not saying but I'm saying there will be ways for all of us because of what we're all in where you're not making the best choices. And I do think now you have to kind of look and say, what control do I have? Well, you have control of your focus, you have control of who you feed, right? Some of you hate where you are, you hate the version you're in, the way you're feeling, but the only way out is in, right? And I'm not judging, trust me, I know. So just be careful with leaning on coping mechanisms. Even me, I'm one of the best at what I do when I do private readings. People always say how amazing my readings are. But I was saying to my girl, I was like, do I even do Gemini this week? Are they even listening? You know, but you know, sometimes you just have to keep going with yourself, right? Because what I'm getting here is like, sometimes you're just stuck in something and it's like a dark tunnel, and it's like, is there ever going to be light at the end of this motherfucking tunnel? Am I ever getting out of this? Is it ever going to change? Am I always going to be single? Am I always going to be poor? Am I always going to live in these fucking dog shit places? Like, is it ever going to change? I think it really comes down to we have to be the change that we want. So Gemini, because you have this aura, so let's get down to it. You have this aura, this power, and there's a lot of motherfuckers who know it. See, there's bitches who can wear Prada and the fake ass shoes and drive the cars, but they don't have what you've got. See, what they've got can be bought. Anyone can access it. But what Gemini has got cannot be bought. And that really rubs some salt into some deep bitches' wounds. I said what I said, okay? So I think for some Geminis, like, maybe you feel that heat from people, that energy from people. But it's because, you know, when a real one walks in, everyone knows what time it is. Okay, so I just think for Geminis, like, some of you are trying to, you know, shake down, you know, shake, you get it? The devil, the darkness, and no. You know, I think the message for Gemini this week is it's kind of work hard, play hard. You need to make time for fun. You need to see the world for what it is, which is full of darkness, full of rats, full of low vermin that call themselves humans, but they're not, right? Just let's speak in facts. And then full of people who are trying the best. And that's kind of what I seen today. Also, it's a message that some Geminis are going through a lot, but be careful how you're projecting that onto others, because remember, as much as the darkness can comfort us, we can also be the darkness in other people's lives, right? We can be the person who's sending the bad energy or projecting what we're feeling onto other people. So the reason today was so nice is because I was feeding these cats and the man was looking after the cat and he picked the cat up, and then the girls in the supermarket, and just people were making an effort. And it really does go a long way when people wish you a nice day, or they try, you know, even though they've got things going on. So we're Geminis, we can talk real with each other, which is, we can do that. We can really walk in a fucking room and change the mood. You know, if we want to change the mood, we can change the mood. But again, just try not to do that, right? I'm not saying be a lick ass or fake. Keep it real. Keep it short and sweet. But just try to be a little bit conscious of kind of how people are perceiving you and the energy you're sending off, because I think that'll go a long way this week. Okay, so there's 2 messages here. Some of yours real love is around, but you know what they say, the hardest love is the love that works out when all the others didn't. Geminis are so used to living in chaos that peace is kind of something that, especially those who came from trauma, the idea of living in peace seems surreal. Remember, there's some people who never came from trauma, they came from good lives, they don't know, they see the world in a very good filter, right, because they came from good lives, right? But if you were born into trauma, if your life has been very chaotic, if it's been survival, it's very difficult to believe that, wait, that I actually can live in peace. When someone gives me a compliment, they might actually be being genuine. It might not be fake, right? So even me, like if someone gives me a compliment, I'm like, do they mean that? Right? So there's a lot of messages coming through for Gemini this week. Again, you can book your own personal. I've got specific love, I've got career, I've got deep coaching. Again, I've got a couple of slots for that. I've got face-to-face, all the different reads. Archangel guidance, if you don't want it from me and you want more of a spiritual message, it's on the website below. But there's a lot coming through, and I think what it's about is sometimes I think Gemini is creating its reality through its old trauma and its old energy. Another one is that the darkness does not want to see you come to your power. Think of Trump. They did everything they could to stop Trump coming from his power, even trying to shoot him in the head, and the bullet missed. I mean, that's not a motherfucker protected. I don't know what is, right? All I'm saying is Geminis are being tested by the devil and the deep blue sea. And they want you to go down that path, right? You're being told to be true to yourself. And yes, you're feeling the energy of the people who don't like you. Because remember, Gemini is telepathic. We can read into motherfuckers. We know what time it is. We know where it's at. You know, we know that I know that you know that we all know. Okay, let's not. Right, okay. But sometimes there is a truth that if we're kind of paranoid and we're sending out that paranoia, we can make other people paranoid, and then everybody's kind of twitchy. So I think this week Geminis need to set goals, discipline themselves, work around whatever situation you're in. So like I said to you in the beginning, there's a bunch of fucking builders that just torturing everyone's lives. I'm not gonna say it, but I just don't like these motherfuckers. They're taking a fucking million years to do a basic job, right? We've all got to do a job, but at the end of the day, there comes a point when what you're doing is seriously impacting the mental well-being and the peace of other people. You know? But you're being told that work around it. There's something about Gemini's feeling stalked, observed, all of this, but again, get used to it, because with power is going to come attention. People are focused on you, Gemini. They're always focused on you in some capacity, okay? So keep watching, bitch, because there's going to be a lot to watch. You know, you need to really, Gemini, it's about you. It's about your journey. It's about who matters to you. It's about you being authentic to you. Because the greatest win in life is to get through this shit, remaining you. So many people, yeah, I mean, they win, they get the money, they get the shit, but they sell out for it. You know, they dog everybody else, they shit all over everyone else, they walk away from the soul. So by all means, go ahead. Like, bitch, no one's threatened by you. It's like these bitches who are full dripped in money and they're still cheap. And then you've got a bitch who basically is not got any money and looks expensive. Because what's expensive is the aura of a person, the character of a person, who a person is. It's internal, it's not external. Of course, some girls, they work hard, they wear nice stuff, they look pretty, go for them. Not every person who wins is selling out. Not every person who wins is stepping over everybody else, right? A lot of people do, though. Okay, so going back to the love stuff, there is, for some of you, something is making you sick. So I did get that. So some of you have got some kind of intimate connection. You've got some kind of intimate connection. Some of you need to fall in love with yourself again because you're becoming sick. So in other words, choices you're making are making you sick. And the lovers is Gemini. So this is about Geminis falling in love with Geminis, okay? And loving yourself is not allowing yourself to be around people who you don't trust. Loving yourself is not allowing yourself to eat foods or overdrink or take things that are going to abuse your body and kill you sooner, right? So there's something this week for some of you about self-love, right? This is where you're really falling in love with yourself, right? But I do think as well for Geminis that there needs to be a complete change. And the reason for this is because something is making you sick. It could be mentally. So Queen of Swords reversed, I've done this reading a couple of times. Queen of Swords reversed was your energy this week. So something is making you dark, people you're around, an environment you're in, right? It's making you unbalanced, right? So you really need to make that change. Some of you are feeling bitter and resentful because you feel like you've broke your back, but you've got nothing to show for it. So I do think Geminis need to change the game. Some of you need to change your whole life. And it's going to start with you falling in love with yourself, where you're like, do you know what now? I've played this fucking shit party long enough. I'm done, right? Because remember, everything affects everything else, right? Okay, the place you're in, the job you're in. Okay, the job you do is the salary you earn, is the place you can afford to live, is the level of freedom, is the well-being. So everything is interconnected, and Gemini needs to start understanding this. You've got to understand that value is everything, and that's what I've learned. You can be really good at what you do, but if you're giving that value to the wrong motherfucking people, they'll leach that well dry, and then they'll soon be off when the well is empty. Okay? Some of yous keep giving your body to these type of men, and then you wonder why you don't end up with a commitment. So Geminis, the solar plexus, you need to start working on your energy. Some of you need to dedicate yourself to your healing. Start Reiki. Like, you really are going to have to understand that the work is either going to be done now or it's going to be done later, but the work's got to be done. And a good thing that I've heard from a lot of Geminis lately is, I know it's time to do the work. Like, I know I've got to do the work. Now, some of you are getting to such a breaking point where you're now starting to tip over mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, that you've really got no choice. So sometimes the trigger, the pressure, the circumstances are actually beneficial because they make you have to do what needs to be done. It's not really a choice, right? But I do believe there's a lot of good stuff, but I just think it's Gemini. I think Gemini is very good at giving pep talks to other people. Right, I think Gemini is very good when it comes to other people. We're really good at bigging up other people, being generous to other people. You know, people will demonize us all day, but it's because people know there's a line with us. Right, and we know, and we can see right through them. So, and Geminis can be alone as well. So I think there's this big misconception that Geminis need a tribe. It's like, not really. Don't know what Geminis you're all talking about, but not really. Okay, so remember what I said to you last time, the magician, as above, so below. Geminis can stand alone, and that intimidates a lot of people, especially the sheep and the NPCs. They see a motherfucker alone, they're confused. They're like, you're not sharing information. They're like palpitating, like, oh, gotta find out about this fucker. What are they up to? Well, nothing, just some people value the privacy and you know what I mean, don't feel the need to overly share. Some motherfuckers can eat alone, they don't need a table full of people. Mostly fake-ass people for most of us. So, all that aside, I think with Gemini, through all the betrayals, through all the people who've left you, you've got to see your real ones, because some of you have got real ones, and that's another message. Don't start pushing everybody away, because some motherfuckers actually do care about you. The compliments are real, they're sincere. Right? But if you start getting paranoid, you'll stop saying, oh, everybody's the same, and putting everyone in the same box. So Geminis need to be careful, right? You need to watch your own moods this week. You need to watch... some of you, I know what you're in, trust me. You're feeling contained, you're feeling aggressive, you're feeling all different kinds of fucking emotions, constant pressing buttons, and you're like, do not test me. I'm like a nuclear fucking bomb, and I am not Putin. I'm not going to be out here talking about how I'm going to press the button every 10 minutes. I will press the motherfucking button, okay? Like... On a serious note though, right, just, if it is that some Geminis are at that point, just make sure the people you fuck off on are the people who deserve it. That's all I'll say. If you're going to go for it, go all in, maximum consequences, and make sure that when you go for people, it's the people who actually deserve it. But I feel like this week it's really about healing. I think some of you are coming from paranoia, old trauma, anxious, maybe depressed. Some of you are just kind of the life you're in is over. And you know it, right? It's over. Like you're just sitting there like, why am I here? What's happening here? I'm making knot in here. What's going on? So you need to figure out a way to recreate yourself, and you're going to need all your energy for that. So some good stuff is that some of years, I do think two people are really, really reflecting on each other. So you got the King of Cups and you got the Queen of Cups. I'm getting two people who are desiring to be together, okay? So these people are running off and playing together. But this was your energy, the Queen of Cups, and this is your divine counterpart energy. So some of you, as I'm telling you, if you can tune out the noise, this is what it's about. Your body is tuned in. It knows the truth. The mind can deceive, it can manipulate, it can get paranoid, but the body always knows. Energy doesn't lie. But yeah, I'm getting for some of you that love is there, and that maybe you're kind of wanting love. And I think your divine counterpart is also wanting love. For those Geminis who are in some disastrous love connection where it's physical, you already know that this is making you sick. Because the readings I tried to do earlier, I couldn't do them. I couldn't even speak. Right? And I was getting a lot of womb energy. So this is the sacral. So your sacral is sending you signals. This is not good for my DF. It's not good for me energy. It's not good for me emotions. That is a big message that I really want to reiterate to Gemini this week for the men and the women. Your body is sending signals about certain people around you, danger, things coming down the pipe, things you're doing to your own body that you know are going to be long-term consequential. Because what I will say is that I believe that most sickness is man-made. The earthquakes, the stuff you're seeing in the earth, it's man-made. Because the matrix is anti-God. Everything about the matrix, humans was not designed for safety. We wasn't designed to pull up the earth and build little boxes and live isolated. Everything about what this system is anti-God. And so in what we're doing, from the technologies to the frequencies to the isolation to it's pulling us apart, it's pulling humanity, because it's just not the way we're designed to live. So I think with Geminis, remember what God intends is for love, union, right? Connection, tribe. This is really about you healing yourself, finding your people, rejecting what is not you, and don't feel bad about it. That's another thing that's got Gemini right in the shit. You are being too emotional and you are too concerned about enemies and people who don't like you. They should mean nothing to you. The only thing you should be doing is mitigating their moves against you. Okay? When it comes to random people, you're not meant for everybody. So I think Gemini needs to revise its perspective this week. But again, it's all about taking what's been done, healing the trauma, seeing what you can use, because it's all going to be relevant for your future to help you, and also preparing for your future. You Gemini, like a lot of people have told you like you're unworthy. They've tried to devalue you. If you're being heavily attacked right now, it's because a lot of motherfuckers put you on your face and they don't want to see you rise. And they know if anyone can get off the face, it's Gemini. It's a pack mentality. It's the oldest trick in the book. If a motherfucker is strong alone, we better go at it with all we've got, because if that cunt stands up, we're fucked. The weak always come in packs. The strong ride alone. Now, don't get that confused where there's nothing wrong with tribe, as long as the tribe around you is true, dependable, and real. You want people if you're smart, but you want motherfuckers who are real people, not just taking up numbers. Right, most people, that's all they've got. They've got numbers, but it's just numbers. That's what they've got. They haven't got people. They haven't got ride or dies. They've got numbers. Okay? They've got cunts taking up space. For Gemini, it's about thinking about the new life, and it's going to be hard. It is. I think, and I mean this with love, what I mean is Geminis have learned to live in survival. You've learned to be kind of consumed. You know, some of you are feeling really boxed into your current situation. You've been going through this tunnel and it just feels like the light is not coming. But before I started doing the video, that was what I heard. It's coming. I heard don't give up now because it's coming. What a fool you would be to give up now when you're just nearly there. And that's what it is, Gemini. If you're feeling those spiritual attacks, if you're feeling the heat, it's because it's coming, right? So stay connected to God. And be careful with the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords can be someone who's acting childish, immature. They're not, mind your business. Okay. I just want to finish on good stuff for this week. So just finish with the good stuff other than the healing and the things we've mentioned. Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles can be learning a new skill. It can be getting a new job. Page of Pentacles is also someone who's learning about healing, right? Because Page of Pentacles can represent the root chakra. So some of you are starting to dominate your fears. You're starting to work on your root chakra. You're starting to work on your chakras, right? You're starting to work on your healing because you want to feel balanced. You want to feel good in yourself, right? Queen of Swords. So the good stuff this week for Gemini is that it's you doing you. See the Queen of Swords? Like the Queen of Swords is someone who's seeking information. This is someone who's putting the work in. It's somebody who's starting to think about planting new seeds. Okay? And another one, and this came up earlier on with the Six of Pentacles, you are going to be very selective in who you give your time and your energy to. Okay, so but the Six of Pentacles is a person who's naturally generous, so this is a person who, when they've got it, they'll give it. Unlike most people who they've got it, but they just give nothing. Because like I said, they're just demons hiding behind human faces. I feel like with Gemini, if you've got it and you really can help people, you will. But I feel like you're being discerning about who you're helping, who you're giving your time and your energy to. And I think when it comes to most people, it's time to play them no mind. I mean, be aware, whatever signals your body's send them, but also play them no mind. And also it means that if you have to retaliate against them, if you have to deal with them, they brought it on themselves. Right? Because I was over here minding my own fucking business and you thought you were going to come over here and steal my peace and create problems. Let's go then. I think Geminis need to move like mafia, gangster type mentality, which is I'm going to be over here doing me. Just doing me. But if you want to come over here, because we do, we like a bit of, we're not immune to a bit of drama and a bit of warfare, But on a serious note, I feel like it's a week for Gemini you are going to be observed if you're on the internet. You are going to have people around you, chit. Like, who gives a shit? You're so boring. You're so far under my radar. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Like, what? Like, on a serious note though, it's a week to start focusing on your healing. It's a week to stop using other people around you or circumstances around you as a way to not do what needs to be done. Some of you keep putting off your healing, you keep getting distracted, maybe this is about your own immaturity. I think another thing I do have to pull up on Geminis as well about is own your choices. Like some of what you're in is self-inflicted. You are making bad choices. And so through those choices, there is kind of consequences. And we would say this to any sign. And some years, I'm not going to lie, like there's a lot going on, and some years you're just all over the place, you're feeling tired, you're feeling depleted, time is going really fast, you're dealing with a lot, but they're telling you that what you can do is ground yourself, what you can do is revise your perspective, what you can do is get a plan. So don't focus on what's out of your control this week. Focus on what's within your control. And what's within your control is what you're watching, what you're eating, who you're giving energy to, who you're giving time to, how you're spending your time. Because some years, I'm going to be honest, an old life needs to die. But the only way it's going to die is if you can build a new life. And that's what this is about. Now, some of you might have powerful talents and powerful skills, but you need to stop giving those talents and those skills to people who are leeches. You need to stop giving your heart to people who give nothing back. I think this is a karmic lesson for Gemini. That's how it comes up, as like patterns and karma. And this isn't just a Gemini woman read, it's a Gemini man read as well. This is about our choices. It's about how we deal with our enemies. It's about how we use our time. It's about that anything that is powerful will be tested. And some of you are being tested a lot, right? Your faith is being tested, your heart is being tested, everything is being tested. But you need to stand strong in the storm, because what they're saying is it's all leading somewhere. You can't see it right now, but it's all leading somewhere. Also, just the kind of shit you're having to put up with, it's leading to Gemini saying, fuck this. I will not be in this. I will not allow this. Like, it's actually making you stronger. Some of you feel really weak, but what you don't understand is it's actually building serious strength. Okay, how you keep composure to people around you who are testing you, how you react, how you respond when you're going through a really difficult time. You can choose to project that onto other people, or you can choose to act classy and put together. That's a gangster. A gangster is someone who the whole world could be fucking coming down on the shoulders, but they're still going to pull it straight and they're still going to boss up and do what needs to be done. That's the message this week. I do think it's about bossing up, doing what needs to be done, and not letting people see you sweat. You know, keep it real, but I'm saying, like, just don't even give them the satisfaction. But I don't think it's really about that. I think it's about the Matrix. The Matrix is just chaotic. It's just coming at people really fast. Everybody, every sign. It's causing problems. It's chaotic. Everyone's on top of each other. Geminis now need to think about, what have you learned from these experiences? What people have done to you, the betrayals, your own stupidity, your own reactions, where you are. What have you learned? How can you use it in the future? And just know that what you're in is not forever. But the message that I heard is that you've been in a storm, and some of you are in the middle of it, but it will end. And some of you are coming to the end of it, but you need to help yourself. And that means focusing on yourself. Okay, this doesn't mean being dumb when it comes to the people around you, but it means giving it no more mind than it needs. And it means putting all your energy into building the life that you want. Because good things are coming. Be careful you don't sabotage them. Be careful how you're abusing yourself and not loving yourself and not valuing yourself. That's a big message for Gemini, because a lot of what we're in comes down to that. A lack of self-love and a lack of value, because we let some cunt at some point tell us we wasn't good enough. Eat me. Please don't. Unless you're they're joking. Okay, if you want to book a read, it's in the comments section, like the video, and also using humour as well. And getting around people you can be yourself with. Because some of you, I think, you kind of feel confined because you're around people you can't express yourself, you can't be your authentic self with. Don't sit around those people, don't speak to them. Keep it to a minimum, be polite, be respectful, move on. Comment section. You'll find my website if you want to book a read. I'm really good at what I do. I can really help you. Check out your other signs as well. Like and comment. And for the Gemini men, this is for you too. I'll try to add more men